Okay, so I was going to start off this video by saying it's now been just over a month since Battlefront 2 was cancelled, but I'd be lying if I said that. This thing was cancelled back in December. And I wanted to run down really what was going on here today. Why? I mean, I'm over it. I'm over Battlefront 2 being cancelled. I want to say I was over it within the first few days, but I didn't really care too much. Now, I loved Battlefront 2, I still do, but I just wasn't really as surprised. And I think if you watched my live stream where I kind of just saw the community update video and then took it like that and ended the stream and then went to make my news video about it, I really just didn't care all too much. Yeah, but FGG, why are you still uploading about Battlefront if you don't care about it? We've got you. You've absolutely got me, I admit. Why am I still here uploading about it? Well, I'm trying to transition. I'm not holding on to something that isn't coming back. Look, the petition is fun and everything, and I hope it somehow gets through to EA that we'd definitely be down for a Battlefront 3. I don't realistically think anything will come of it, but I'm trying to transition into another game, but I've still got the vast majority of you here for Battlefront. I still want to cover it, give my opinion, stream it weekly, but I just wanted to run down a few things with you and why you're seeing everyone else speculating about a Battlefront 3, doing their top 5 moments on the game, reviewing their time in the community, making mod videos, because that's all anybody does now, let's be honest. Mods, that's the only thing you've got to do, isn't it? Look, nothing against you if you've been doing mods from the start, but people who, now the game is over and they're just covering mods, it's like, I don't even want to go into it. Why are you bothering? But look, the reason I've not been here making loads of Battlefront videos and I've kind of just transitioned onto Lego Star Wars and then whatever other Star Wars games come out is because I kind of knew this game had come to a close back in December, and it was when the Celebration Edition launched, because a lot of people were kind of sidetracked by that Celebration Edition, thinking it was a momentous moment for the game, and it was, but that's all they thought of it. And there was something minor, but something that ended up to be crucial and was the fundamental first step in this game's cancellation. And that was if you bought the Celebration Edition of Battlefront 2 back in December of 2019, you would no longer be able to buy crystals. And apart from game sales, crystals is how money is made on Battlefront 2. The only way you could buy crystals is if you didn't have the Celebration Edition. Now, a lot of players like myself went out and bought the Celebration Edition. It worked out cheaper to get a lot of the skins unless you had enough credits to do so anyway. But they wouldn't remove a feature like that just to bring it back. And that was the first step, and pretty much the only step the game needed to take. You're removing the way you earn money from the game. You're taking it out completely. Your game is over pretty much, and nobody saw that. I said it in a video, and because of the positivity surrounding the game at the time, which, you know, is absolutely fair, the game was doing great, but because of that positivity, everybody just kind of went for me on that and complained about it, and I was just telling you the truth. So when I saw people getting hyped about the Darth Maul skin teasers and the Palpatine skin teasers and however other many skins we thought we were going to get at the time, I made it very clear, guys, these are going to be free or they're going to be challenges, because they're not going to cost crystals in the game. They've removed those. And as far as credits go, they wouldn't add a skin to the game that would only cost credits and not crystals too. That's not how these things work. Crystals are supposed to be an easier option for acquiring a skin that costs in-game credits, spending a bit of real life money if you want to do that instead of game time. And what do you know, I was right once again, and it all goes back to December. And in a way, you could probably say things were cancelled before December, because if you think about it, in that Celebration Edition trailer, BB-8 was in that. He didn't arrive until January, and no doubt BB-9E was almost ready at that point too. So really, we only had one other update after that didn't follow the sequel trilogy Capital Supremacy, and that was the original trilogy Capital Supremacy. That was the final one that completed everything, however lackluster it is or not. And that was the game over, and all of a sudden they make the announcement and everyone's in pure shock. And of course I was sad. I can't deny I made a video at the start of the year talking about realistically in 2020, because games get cancelled way before the developers let us know about it. So I thought it maybe had a few more months to deliver Ahsoka and Ventress. I did think that was coming, mainly because of Dennis's comments about female heroes, but there's a great video actually from the Star Bazaar. I'm sure you've all seen the video, most of you have, but I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because it's his video, but he spoke about how the ISB agent uses Padme's face, just a few things changed here and there, and the stance of the ISB agent is very reminiscent to Ahsoka's stance. And I have to admit, from a personal perspective, I did look at that ISB agent, and don't get me wrong, I think it's very unique, something very different from what we were expecting. We were wanting shock troopers, shadow troopers, royal guards, and they came out of nowhere with the ISB agent. But it's very interesting the way the ISB agent stands is like nothing we really see them do in Star Wars Rebels, where we've seen Agent Kallus. And then the female face, absolutely fine once again, but you had to look at it and think, that looks like Padme. The stance with the two weapons is definitely Ahsoka, and like I said, Star Bazaar's video is absolutely fantastic. I'd definitely watch it if you haven't already, and I'll link that in the description. But the way this ISB agent basically used assets, although not confirmed, basically used assets from two heroes who were no doubt being worked on is very interesting. Once again, that ISB agent would have been in progress for some months before it was revealed to us, so we can pretty much guarantee that this game was cancelled in December, if not before then. And that makes the Celebration Edition that bit more, I suppose, sad, because while we were all celebrating as players and the community was blowing up, and where was I? Nowhere to be seen, obviously, very busy month, but while all this was happening, the developers probably got the news that their game would be getting discontinued, and that is awful. As much as I disagree with a lot of their creative decisions, that must have been hard to take for them, especially seeing the absolute celebration taking place in the community. So what that Celebration Edition basically did was discontinue the game with removing the crystals. And then from that point, obviously the ISB agent looking very recycled in assets. We got the Ewok, which had already been an Ewok hunt, and the original trilogy era didn't get two more reinforcements like the other eras. It's all sad it didn't get the capital ships. Of course, this had been done for a while, and I wasn't shocked. Now, originally when I made that video at the start of the year about how I thought 2020 was going to go, the reason I had the game going for a few more months this year than it actually did was because I thought they were really going to stretch out the capital supremacy maps one a month, but they didn't end up doing that. They just went all out. So yeah, it's pretty awful to say the least what happened, but I wanted to give my opinions. A lot of you have been saying, FGG, you don't even seem like you care about Battlefront 2's cancellation, and of course I do, but I just wasn't surprised. I expected it, and I've also moved on. I'm good at quickly moving on from a situation, especially when you know in advance that it's coming. I didn't know the exact date it was coming, but I knew it was on its way. Well, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hopefully this clears up a few things as to my stance on things going on, and maybe if people were confused about my thinking in content, I suppose, and where I'm going with that, and also just the lack of frustration from myself. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all next time.